Your mind is tired, isn't it? You keep thinking, worrying, and replaying everything that went wrong. You lie awake at night, staring at the ceiling, asking yourself, how did my life become this? You used to dream differently. You had fire in your eyes, hope in your heart, and 1,000 ideas in your mind. But somewhere along the way, life happened. You got hurt. You lost people. You made mistakes that you can't stop thinking about. And now, it feels like you're stuck in a loop, repeating the same days, feeling the same pain, pretending you're okay. But let me tell you something, your life isn't over. It just needs a reset. Not a new city. Not a new job. Not even a new version of you. Just a reset, a moment of truth where you stop, breathe, and decide that today, you'll start again. Because fixing your life doesn't take years. It takes one day, one real day of clarity, courage, and honesty. And today can be that day. So close your eyes for a second. Forget the noise. Forget the world. And listen carefully. Right now you are not broken. You are just disconnected, from yourself, from your purpose, from your peace. You've been running on autopilot for too long, surviving instead of living. And that stops now. The first step to fixing your life in one day is to pause. Pause everything that doesn't make sense anymore. The endless scrolling, the comparisons, the distractions, the lies you tell yourself that I'll start tomorrow. No. Start now. When you wake up tomorrow, don't reach for your phone. Reach for your life. Sit up in silence. Take one deep breath, not the shallow ones you take when you're rushing, but a deep, honest breath. Feel it. That's your life force. That's proof you're still here. Now look around you, your room, your bed, your clothes. Every object tells a story. Some remind you who you were. Some remind you who you never want to be again. And that's where your reset begins, by deciding what to keep and what to release. Because your outer world reflects your inner world. If your room is messy, your mind is messy. If your desk is full of clutter, your thoughts are full of noise. So start small. Clean one drawer. Fold one shirt. Organize one shelf. You're not just cleaning your space, you're clearing your energy. You're making room for new thoughts, new beginnings, new peace. You'll notice something magical. As you clean your surroundings, your heart feels lighter. It's not about being perfect. It's about letting go of the chaos that keeps you stuck. You can't heal in the same environment that broke you. So today, choose stillness over noise. Then comes reflection. Ask yourself, what exactly am I fixing? Your life isn't broken in every area. There are parts of you that still work, that still shine, that still care. Maybe your career hurts but your creativity is alive. Maybe your relationships are painful but your kindness is untouched. You don't need to rebuild from zero. You need to reconnect with what's real. Take a notebook, or even your phone, and write this down. What do I want to feel by tonight? Not in a year. Not next month. Tonight. Maybe peace. Maybe clarity. Maybe forgiveness. Whatever it is, that's your direction for today. And then, make every hour of this one day move you toward that feeling. If you want peace, stop arguing. If you want clarity, stop overthinking. If you want forgiveness, stop replaying old pain. You see, we think fixing life means adding more habits, more goals, more noise. But real transformation starts with less. Less stress. Less pressure. Less pretending. You don't need to become someone new to fix your life. You need to come back to who you really are. The truth is, the person you used to be is gone, and that's okay. They had to disappear so you could evolve. Pain isn't your enemy, it's your teacher. Failure isn't the end, it's feedback. Every mistake, every heartbreak, every disappointment was preparing you for this one day, the day you choose to rise again. So instead of asking, "Why me?" ask, "What now?" Instead of running from the past, learn from it. Instead of hating your flaws, understand them. Because healing starts when you stop fighting what happened and start learning from it. Maybe today is the first time you tell yourself, "I forgive me," for trusting the wrong people, for staying too long, For not believing in yourself. For wasting time. Say it again. I forgive me. That sentence is the bridge between your old life and your new one. Because you can't build a better tomorrow while carrying guilt from yesterday. Now, once you've forgiven yourself, move your body. Not for fitness, not for looks, for energy. Stand up, stretch your arms, and feel life moving through you. Your body is your first home. When you move it, you shift energy. When you shift energy, you shift your state of mind. Don't underestimate what a 10-minute walk can do. The world looks different when you're moving. Ideas come back. Hope returns. You remember that life still exists beyond your worries. And as you walk, say this to yourself. I'm not lost. I'm just resetting. Because that's what this day is about, finding your rhythm again. Later, when you sit down to eat, don't rush. Eat slowly. Taste your food. Be grateful. Every bite is a reminder that you're alive, that you still get another chance. You see, gratitude isn't about pretending everything's perfect. It's about seeing light even in broken places. If you can be thankful for little things, the roof above you, the breath inside you, the lesson that pain gave you, your entire frequency changes. That's why people who are grateful aren't lucky, they're aligned. Because when you appreciate what you have, you attract what you need. And once you feel that peace settling in, it's time to reconnect with yourself, not your phone. Turn off notifications for one day. Let the world survive without your attention. You don't owe everyone a reply, you owe yourself silence. In silence, you'll hear the voice you've been ignoring, the voice that says, you're meant for more. That voice has been buried under the noise of comparison and expectations. You stopped hearing it because life got loud. But today, it's whispering again. Come back to me. That's your intuition, your real self calling you home. And if you listen, it will guide you. It will tell you what's right for you and what's just a distraction. You'll realize that most of your stress comes from chasing things that aren't meant for you. The wrong people. The wrong jobs. The wrong versions of success. You've been trying to fit into places your soul outgrew. And that's why you feel empty, not because you failed, but because you evolved. So instead of forcing yourself into old boxes, walk away. You don't need to prove your worth anymore. You've already survived too much to live small now. Fixing your life in one day isn't about achievement, it's about alignment. It's about deciding that you won't betray your peace for approval ever again. The world teaches you to chase more followers, more money, more attention. But life rewards those who chase less noise, less drama, less ego. Because peace isn't found when you add things, it's found when you remove what doesn't belong. So here's what you do. Pick one area of your life that feels heavy, maybe your work, your relationships, your self-image, and ask, what's one thing I can let go of today? Just one. Maybe it's resentment. Maybe it's guilt. Maybe it's trying too hard. Whatever it is, release it. You'll feel lighter. And that lightness is freedom. As the day goes on, talk to yourself kindly. You've spent too long being your own enemy. Every time you doubt yourself, replace the thought with truth. I'm trying. I'm growing. I'm learning. Because fixing your life isn't about perfection, it's about direction. And you're already moving in the right one. By afternoon, you'll start to notice something. The air feels different. It's not that the world changed. You did. You slowed down. You became present. You stopped living in the past or the future, and you finally arrived, here, in this moment. That's where peace lives, in presence. When you focus on now, your problems shrink. Because most of your pain doesn't come from reality. It comes from memory and imagination. What hurt you is already gone. What scares you hasn't even happened. All you really have is now, and now is enough. So take one more deep breath and say it softly. I'm okay. Because you are. This moment is proof that you survived every bad day. You made it here. You've already fixed more than you realize. And tonight, before you sleep, do one last thing. Forgive the day. Forgive the moments that didn't go as planned. Forgive yourself for not being perfect. And remind yourself that every sunrise brings another reset. The night feels calm now. You've spent the day healing pieces of yourself you forgot you still owned. You paused, you breathed, you forgave, and for the first time in a long time, you were honest with yourself. That's what real progress looks like. It doesn't always look like success. Sometimes, it looks like silence. Sometimes, it's just a deep exhale after years of holding your breath. But there's still one thing left to do before this day ends, to realign your mind. Because tomorrow will try to pull you back into the same chaos. The world will still be loud, people will still expect things from you, and your mind will still test you. That's why you need an inner system, a mindset that can't be shaken no matter what happens around you. So tonight, let's build that mindset together. Close your eyes for a moment. Take a slow breath in, and let it out. Now imagine your mind as a house. Some rooms are full of light, memories that make you smile, dreams that still live inside you. But some rooms are dark, regrets, fear, self-doubt. And here's the truth, you've been living in those dark rooms for too long. You've been sitting with thoughts that tell you, it's too late, you're not enough, you failed. But those thoughts aren't facts. They're just echoes of old pain. So walk through that house. Open the door of each dark room. Let the light in. Because nothing heals in darkness. You see, your life starts to change the moment you stop believing every negative thought your mind produces. Your mind is a storyteller, sometimes it lies. It exaggerates your fears. It repeats your past mistakes. It convinces you that you can't change. But here's the secret, your mind doesn't need to be controlled, it needs to be understood. When a negative thought comes, don't fight it. Don't drown in it either. Just say, thank you for the warning, but I choose peace. Every time you do that, your brain learns something powerful, that you are the one in control. That's how transformation starts, by choosing peace in moments of panic, calm in moments of chaos, and patience in moments of pain. Now think about the people in your life. Some have loved you deeply. Some have hurt you deeply. But both taught you something, who you are and what you deserve. You don't have to hate anyone to move on. You just have to stop allowing their energy to live rent-free in your mind. Forgiveness isn't about letting them win, it's about letting yourself rest. So tonight, whisper it quietly. I release you. I release the pain, the anger, the story. Because that story doesn't define you anymore. And now there's space for peace, for new energy for you. When you wake up tomorrow, you'll notice something subtle. The same world will feel different. Colors will look brighter. Music will sound deeper. And your heart will feel lighter. That's what alignment feels like, when your inside world finally matches your outside one. But before that sunrise, I want you to plant 3 seeds in your mind. The first seed is discipline. Not the kind that feels like punishment, the kind that gives you freedom. Because discipline isn't about control, it's about love. When you care about yourself, you choose what's right over what's easy. You wake up when you said you would. You finish what you started. You show up for yourself even when no one's watching. You don't have to be perfect, just consistent. One small disciplined act a day can change your entire identity. Because identity isn't found, it's built. Every time you follow through, you teach your mind, I can trust me. And when you can trust yourself, you become unstoppable. The second seed is focus. We live in a world that constantly steals it. Everyone wants your attention, every app, every screen, every opinion. But focus is the currency of growth. Whatever you focus on, you feed. If you feed fear, it grows. If you feed doubt, it multiplies. But if you feed faith, your entire reality shifts. So from now on, protect your focus like it's sacred, because it is. Start your mornings in silence, not in scrolling. Start your work with clarity, not comparison. And before you go to bed, feed your mind something peaceful, not poisonous. Your mind is a garden. The question is, what are you planting? And the third seed is belief. The quiet, unshakable belief that no matter where you are, you can still rise. Even if you failed 100 times. Even if everyone doubts you. Even if you don't see the light yet. you can still rise. Because belief isn't about evidence, it's about decision. It's deciding that this time, you won't quit halfway. That this time, you'll be the one who sees it through. That this time, you'll believe in your story enough to finish it. Now, let's connect everything you learned today. You paused the noise. You forgave the past. You cleaned your space. You reconnected with peace. You planted new seeds in your mind. That's not a small day, that's a full transformation. That's a life reset. And if you keep repeating this one-day formula, every single morning, every single night, your life won't just be fixed, it will be reborn. Because life doesn't change in a year. It changes in a single moment of awareness that you repeat daily. You see, success isn't built in huge leaps. It's built in quiet repetitions. The small choices no one sees, that's where power hides. So when tomorrow comes, don't look for a big miracle. Just repeat what you did today. Wake up with gratitude. Clean your space. Speak kindly to yourself. Forgive what you can't change. Move your body. Feed your mind peace. End the day in stillness. Do that one day at a time, and your whole world will shift. But let's be honest, some days will still hurt. Some mornings you'll wake up heavy. Some nights you'll feel like nothing's working. And that's okay. Healing isn't a straight line. Even flowers bloom through dirt. When you fall, rest. But don't quit. When you're lost, pause. But don't give up. Because every time you get back up, you rewrite your story. You are not behind. You are not late. You are simply in the process of becoming. Remember, a reset doesn't erase your past, it redeems it. Everything you went through was preparation for this version of you, the one who finally understands that peace is not a destination, it's a daily decision. So tonight, as you sit in silence, whisper to yourself, I'm proud of me. Because you showed up today. You chose growth over comfort. You chose healing over hiding. You chose to begin again. And that's what fixing your life in one day truly means, not achieving perfection, but finding peace in progress. From this day on, remind yourself every morning, my life isn't over. It's just beginning. Because every sunrise is a chance to start again. Every heartbeat is a reminder that you still have purpose. And every breath you take is proof that you still have time. So don't waste another second doubting yourself. Stand up. Look in the mirror. And tell yourself the truth. You're not broken. You're becoming. You're not lost. You're learning. You're not done. You're just getting started. This one day, this single decision to reset, can become the day that changes everything. Not because the world changed, but because you did. So take one more deep breath. Let go of yesterday. And walk into tomorrow with a lighter heart, a clearer mind, and a new fire in your soul. Because your story isn't over, it's about to get beautiful.